Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio and another weekend retreat at home, day 5. Wow. Okay, I know I said I didn't think I was going to do one, but I decided to go ahead and do it since I haven't done any videos for the last 10 days. It'd be 10 days. Sorry about that. I did get really ill. And then when I was done with that, we took 3 days to decorate the house, and then we had the holiday and cooking and just and then resting, trying to get back on my feet. So here I am today with a whole bunch of plethora of things we can make. I don't know how much we'll get done today. I don't know if there'll be another day or this is going to be the only one this week. I'm not sure. So let's just play, okay? So this is weekend retreat at home. I have lots of fun things for us to do. I wasn't going to do anymore. So I did the video, I did do the drawing for a winner of the ladies. Now I said in one of my videos, and I think it wasn't the first one, it might have been the second or even the third one, that I was going to do a surprise drawing of the ladies who answered the comments in or made a comment in they're subscribed, they like, and they made a comment in all 4 of the videos. So I pulled a name, and the winner is Diana Campanella. Am I saying that right? Campanelli? Campanella. Am I saying that right, Diana? Oh, I hope so. She has been following me since practically day 1. Very long time. Always comments. If she's been away and she gets back, she goes and watches the video and comments. So she's always commenting. She's such a huge support. So Diana, this is for you. You get the packed envelope, and it's tied with a little gingham ribbon. And this is what you won. Let me see if I can get everything out. So what I did was I am giving away the pieces that we made in our retreat. So if you haven't had time to make anything, you're well ahead. So I'm not going to detail show it. I've added a bunch of journal cards to that one. I have a giant journal card here for you. Okay. So it's the stuffed envelope. And as soon as I get a minute, I will get it out in the mail because we're running out of time to ship, to mail and guarantee you get this before Christmas is over. And then in the front, I have more of the pockets. I have a little journal card. I backed all the pockets for you in case you don't have time to, do that. And I've added, there's little cards in every single, journal cards in every single one. So I've given you 4 pockets and a little journal card, and then all the journal cards that are in the pockets. So that is my thank you to you, and you are my winner, Diana. I love you. So she is such a sweetheart. She follows both my daughter and myself. A huge supporter, great, fabulous customer. She also buys from us. She's one of my VIP ladies. In fact, she was my very first VIP. She's been with me that long. So I am thrilled it was her. It was someone I actually knew, and that, really deserves to win. She didn't just watch me one time, So there you go, my girl. I will get that out into the mail to you. I got to get the mailing address and everything from Jolene. So she usually does all the shipping for me. So anyway, congratulations. Yay. See, you never know what you're going to get when you watch my video. So it's really important that you subscribe. You like on the video, not the comments, but on the video itself, you do hit the little thumbs up like button. And you make a comment because you never know when I'm going to give something away. Those ladies who have won, you were pleasantly surprised that you had been entered in a drawing you didn't know anything about. Because I don't announce it. I don't want people who are just, there are people out there, anytime they see contests, they enter and they pretend, oh, it was great. They don't even know what it was great, right? They just answer and they're really not all that interested in what you're making. So anyway, I have all kinds of projects here now. Because I have been down and been busy, I don't have like a lot of finished examples, but they're started, ready to go. It's not going to be as boom, boom, boom as some of my others because I couldn't decide whether to call this weekend retreat at home or Saturday crafting with the vintage paper girls. So it's basically let's craft, okay? And you'll have, you know, I'll talk about how you do it and what you need and all that, just like I've been doing. So just the name. So first thing we're going to make are gift card treat holders. And I'm going to hold this up so you could see it. And this is what we're making. It has all kinds of goodies in it. And this is a little pocket. We have a little tag that you can put your name on it. Isn't it cute? And these are what we call a one sheet wonder. And, you know, I have a little journal card in there. I have a gift card in there. I've got a little chocolate. I've got some cute little peppermint candy sticks in there. And believe it or not, it'll hold quite a bit more. I could add a cookie. I mean, I could add chocolate chip, probably a small, narrow, a tea packet, or I could add a narrow, hot chocolate packet to that. So I made quite a few of these already. I was sitting there making them, and I thought, you guys might get a kick out of learning how to make these. Aren't they cute? I did play with them a little bit. I did see them, I'm not sure I saw them on the internet somewhere. I can't remember if I saw them on YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest, but I kind of had to do my own thing because the first one I did, I messed it all up. So didn't work. And I was like, what's wrong with this? What did I do wrong? Doesn't look anything like the one I saw. So yeah, this was my first one. It was my boo-boo. I said mistake, right? It doesn't look like these because it has a really high, see, it has this high side, and I'm like, I don't like that. Let's do something different. And then I put the tab on the back. And so I played with it a bit to get, you know, to do what I wanted it to do. So this is kind of like my sample for next year if I want to make these again. So I'm going to put that up there. And what that one requires is, and we've got all these other projects, we'll have to see what we get to. It requires just a 6x6 paper pad, or you can get a 12x12, cut it into 4, or just get your digital papers, cut it that way. That's okay. So you're going to need a 6x6 piece of paper. I have to decide where our front and everything is. So you're going to want to go 1 inch and 1 inch on each side. You can go 1 and 5, okay? And then you're going to, so you've got an inch here, an inch here. You're going to turn it once, and you're going to go 3 inches here. Okay, super, super, super simple. That was the easy part. Okay, so how is everybody? Are you guys good? I hope everybody's doing better than I was. But anyway, now let me get my, excuse my head, my face, my everything. We're going to take and we're going to turn those each where we scored it at 1 inch. We're going to turn that in, and we want to score it. So use whatever you've got to score, a butter knife, a scoring tool. We do sell the scoring tools in our shop. The end of your scissors, whatever you want to do. A lot of people use their scissor handles. I'm not successful with that, but you know, everybody's different. Figure out which part you want to be your front. It's an all over pattern, but it's kind of all over, but you sort of can tell. This one's really an actual, oh no, it has that. That's the all over. Okay, so we want to give it a good hard burnish down. Very important, okay, that you do that. Super easy. So how was your Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, for those of you who celebrate it. And even if you don't, I want you to know I gave thanks for each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for all of you. I have such a wonderful group of people, and I'm very blessed and very thankful for each and every one of you. Let's see, I said this is the, okay. So now what we want to do is we want to open it. Okay, we folded it up. I want this to be my front. I'm going to fold it down. Okay, I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to open it up. And on the fold lines, which I'm not sure if you can see that, on this fold line, I'm going to cut up to the center fold line. Okay. And don't throw your scraps away. We need every bit of it. Okay, we're going to use all of it. And then you're just going to angle it a little bit. You're going to do the other side. This is like a super easy project. So a lot of you have 6x6 paper pads, probably all of you. And if you don't, you only have 12 by 12s, or you can cut one of your digital papers into 6 by 6. Okay, so you've got this. Now, what we don't need is we don't want to have all this up here, so we're going to cut this down a bit because that's a little too much at the top. We need to cut it down so we have a lot less of this. Okay, now keep all your bits. Now when you go like this, see, ta-da. Oh, I did it wrong again. See, that's what I did the first time. How did I do that wrong again? See, I prepped for this video like 3 days ago, so I don't even remember what I did. Never mind, that is not going to work. Okay, so let me see if I have any more of that paper pad left. So I can make, I think that was my last piece of that paper. Oh no, and I love that paper. It's so cute, isn't it? Let me see, what do I have over here? This was the Echo Park paper pad. They have a ton of great Christmas ones out. Oh, here's one right here. Wait, I messed that up. I messed it up. Yeah, I did that last time too. I think because we always do that to make envelopes and things. So it's like what's the word? Remote control. Well, you can see what to do. Well, I could fix it. I could cut it off, but that's not what we want to do. It really isn't. Okay, now this one has this hole at the top. So it is not 6 by 6. With that hole at the top, it's 7. So I want to cut that off. I want to get this right down to the 6 by 6. Make sure it's a good, perfect 6 by 6. Put that there. All right. Okay. Can't believe I did that. Well, what I'll do is I'll just make this into a little pocket, you know. I'll just glue it and put a little thingy in the front and it'll be a cute little pocket. Maybe I'll turn it this way and do it this way if I'm just going to make it a pocket or a journal. So I messed that up royal. Okay, so it won't get thrown away. It'll just get made into a pocket and decorated. No biggie, right? All right, so now we're going to do that again since I messed that one up. Just got to, sometimes you have to start over. I mean, this can be salvaged and it will be made into something. Don't get me wrong. I will just, this is the one I messed up. So we're just going to fix it, make it a little pocket that we can use in a journal. You could put a gift card in that. I mean, it's not that you can't. I am rusty, guys. 10 days without doing a video. Oh, that's a long time for me. Yeah, I'm relying on muscle memory today, and my muscle memory failed me. I let it take over, and it took me on the wrong train. We are going in the wrong direction. Okay, so this is what you do with it if you mess up, okay? You just do what I'm doing. Haven't used these glues. Ooh, I hope they're going to work. I don't usually need a pin, but sometimes if you haven't used it in a while, it's probably a good idea. I'm going to prep my glue here. There we go. Let's get that upside down. It's been cold in here. Oh my gosh. We have been having earthquakes for days. We've had a couple days in a row of earthquakes. 2 in one day, one after another. I think a 3.9 and a 4.2 or something like that. And the day before that, in one town over, they had a 4.0, which we felt it, you know. So we're feeling it. We're sitting on was the San Andreas fault and I believe the Calaveras fault. And the San Andreas fault is the one that took down the town in 1989. So yeah, we get a little nervous if they start getting up there. And we had one after the other and they were good size. So that was, they go, oh, some people say, oh, it's an aftershock. No, I think it was 2 separate earthquakes. So now you have a great little pocket that we can put something on the front and decorate, which we'll do later. All right, now let's start this over. So I've decided which way is up, and I'm going to go at the 1-inch mark and the 5-inch mark. Now, you'll notice I'm not using this. This thing is so wide, I'm getting inaccurate folds, and it's driving me crazy. So I've gone to using my little scoring tool. All right, now, well, you can score or emboss with this. So then I'm going to turn it a half a turn, and I'm going to put this at 3 inches. Okay. We'll put that away for now. Might as well leave that out. You never know, right? And again, we're going to put that in. And like that. We are going to go like this. Now, before we do any cutting, this doesn't want to lay flat because there's some bulk here. Right in here. This is your bulk. So you kind of have to really manhandle it, or woman handle it, person handle it. All right, before we do anything else, this is the next step that I keep trying to leave out. I don't know what my deal is. All right, so pick a corner. Any corner will do. I like this one. I'm going to hold it up there. I made myself a little template just using a card. This was a very thick business card, or a gift card's fine. Cut your edges. You want them to be exact. If not, you can take your little ends, flip it over, and make up, you know, I don't do that because I never get it right. A lot of people will take this, flip it over, and put it over here, and then cut it off. But I never find that to work for me. So you got to do what you do you. All right, now these corners are what determines your little flap in the front. That's what I was missing last time, right? So then if this is your, let's see, well, this is your front right here. Okay. Now we're going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to cut this out like we were doing. We're going to just take a little angle there, and we're going to cut here. If I do it wrong again, then I'm just not remembering right. And then we want to take and make a little cut there and a little cut there. So we're cutting off all those little pieces with these little dog ears. That's what I call them, doggy ears. Keep your scraps, except for these. You can throw these away. We don't need these. Okay. All right. Now those are going to go in, and that's where you're going to glue. Now what you're going to do is, this is your front. So you're going to take that front, and you're going to grab a ruler, or you can use your scoreboard. And you're going to take where your little point is right here. There's a point right there and right there. You're going to draw a line from point to point. See these little points right here? Right there. See that? Okay. You know what? I'll ink it so you can see it, because you probably aren't seeing that point. Okay, so you have a point there and a point there. I have to do it over here, guys, because I don't want to put a mark in my, if I score, it'll make lines in this, and I have one that's already pretty badly damaged from scoring on it. And I'm just going to score that. And then you're going to fold that down. And that is the front of your card. See? That's what I was missing. I ended up with something totally different. So give that a burnish. Make sure everything's burnished. All right. And now I would like to, I want to be able to hang a tag, but you have to, one thing I learned the first time, I got my little punch hole too close to this seam here, and I couldn't get the ribbon through it. So you want to move it in a bit, quite a bit. And I think I moved it in about an inch. Okay. And so there's our hole. So we can do a tag, right? So you can have a hang tag. All right. So now we have a lot of pieces to choose from here to make, because I made two, obviously. I messed up royal. So I can take one of these and make a little tag, a hang tag. Let me get let's get the baby cutter out. Little Miss Meanie here. And let's cut. And cut, well, because we're just going to pre-prep it, right? We can pre-prep it. that one I can keep, but that one I'm going to throw away. I do something with those, by the way. Someday we'll do a project together with those little corners. Yeah, they make a fun belly band. I'll show it to you someday. So then I take this and I look at it and I think, well, I don't really like all that hanging there. Okay, I could let it hang down like that, or I can let it hang. I actually think I might use this side this time. I do have like this little, it's a corner punch, so that's good. And then I have this one to do, oh, that's too big. Let's use the smaller one. This makes smaller corners. So you got a cute little tag, and then you could take and you can, where'd my little, oh, there it is. I don't want to figure out how low I need to go on that. Maybe to about there. And now we have our, that's ready. Okay, then we take, before we glue this down, I haven't glued it, you'll notice, I want to make a little tab at the top. Okay, there's your little tab for the top. I've got so much stuff piled up next to me. If you hear a giant crash, you know there was a little accident on the runway there. And I am going to ink this because it's vintage, right? That's my work. You don't have to. If you don't want any vintage look at all and you're super contemporary, that is fabulous. You do you again. This would be easy in big, thick pen to. Now this one, we want to just, we're going to put it back here. So what I want to do is I want to fold it in half to the best of my ability. I could have easily scored that, right? But I didn't. Find your front. Let's see. It's busy. No matter how you look at it, it's busy. Busy. Then you take your little punch, or you can use your scissors to round it. Now you can round all 4 corners or just 2. I'm just going to do the 2. Hopefully you're doing this along with me, because this is a really fun, super quick. You can make 100 of these. I mean, it's so fast. So if you have girlfriends or friends or teachers, husband, nephews, this is a great way to give a gift card, or a snack. See, now you do that. And then I'm going to put this up here before I get to, I have to decide which side I want the front. I like both sides. That's tough when you like both sides. I don't know. Just put it on there, Laurette. Just get it on there. This is the cutest paper. Looks like little mini postcards. I like this paper pad so much, I think I bought a couple of them. Early in the season when you could still get them, you know. Oh, look at that. That lines up all the way across. How funny. All right, now we're going to, if you wanted to make it super easy on yourself, let's see, you could tie this on now and not worry. That way you're not worried about trying to get that in there. Totally up to you. Now, what did I do? Did I put my string back? Of course I did. No, I cut it. No, I pre-cut. No, I pre-cut. I know I did. Where'd my little pin go? Oh, that's where that went. Did I throw it in here? No. Where'd it go? Aha, there it is. I knew I had one. So, the next thing is to take your string, put it in half. Let me go like this. This is going to be a lot easier if you do it this way than you wait to do it, right? My hubby's outside. We have the whole inside of the house decorated. The Christmas tree's up. Everything's up. Took us 3 days. And then, well, a half a day Saturday, half a day Sunday, because I wasn't still not feeling 100%. And then Monday I finished it. Let me get my little pokey tool. And so he started the lights the next day, Tuesday. Wednesday we did food prep. Thursday we baked for Thanksgiving morning. We did some baking. And that was fun. And cooked dinner together. So this was just the two of us this year. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Okay, so I've got that on there. Now you're going to take, and you're just good. I'm making this look harder than it is. This is like a 2-second project. It goes so fast, especially I did I see something that's catching. I did it assembly line style so that I could just folded them all, you know, scored them all, fold them all, cut them all, you know, did everything one at a time. Okay, I have to redo that because that's dried out. That art glitter glue dries fast. Not as fast as in the summer, but you want to get this, all the edges. And then take your little bone folder. This is a good way to get it to get into all the crevices of the paper. All the little pores of the paper when you use this. It's not just sitting on top of the paper. You're forcing it down into the paper. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to take and I'm going to, the string's way too long, so I'm going to end up cutting it, but I'm going to do this. Like a little bit shorter bow. I don't think I need a bow quite that long. Cute. And then if you're worried about your string, depending upon where you get your strings, this is a baker's twine. Some of the baker's twines, I got them, a lot of these at like Target in the beginning when they had their little dollar spot. They come unwound, so I have to always tie a knot in the bottom. There we go. And then, now you have to decide, am I going to decorate? Sure, you could. And that kit has all kinds of goodies. I don't think I picked, did I pull any decorations for this? I don't think I did. No, I grabbed treats to put in there, but I didn't pull any decor. Okay, you just never know. I can't remember what I'm doing sometimes. All right. Now I have to decide if I want to decorate that in any way, shape, or form with a word or like a little deer. Or like a 24th package. Package might be cute on there, but it might blend right in. It's so busy. I don't want to do a lot because it's just busy, busy, busy. Or I could just put a word on there. Why don't we do believe? Now, because I do ink these around the edges because they put that white edge, which you can cut off if you don't like it, you know. Cute. And then there were also a bunch of words at the bottom that I liked that I was using. Christmas time, fabulous. Believe, sparkle and shine, Christmas time. I kept going to that Christmas time, but it might be too long. I just put fabulous, that's short. More of this. How about holly jolly? That's pretty short. I'm looking for something that'll go up the tag. Or you can use the person's name if you have, you know, a cute little, some kind of a label maker and you want to put people's name on it. That's right, a good place to put it. You know, Bob right there. In my case, it would say Greg. And you just put your little tag on there. There you go. And then if you want to be extra snazzy, get yourself some mini bells, which used to be Dollar Tree had these every year in every size of the rainbow, but I don't know that they still do. I like that little red one. Let's use that. I use those every year. It's one of my favorite things to use. I don't know. I think Dollar Tree still has bells because I saw a bunch of makers using them. They were using the big giant bells, which last year or the year before, they had them from teeny tiny all the way up to huge. I've gotten them at Michael's and Joann's and all those places before as well. So there you go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And let's see. We could steal the one out of here. So we would put in, oh, I know. I didn't get myself a, look at all these tools, guys. See what happens when I'm working? People think, oh, your desk is so neat. Does that look neat to you? I have got stuff everywhere. Goodness, I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Put that away. I don't think I need that. I don't think I have to do any other, I don't know why I'm putting the bone folder away. I always need that. Scissors, I always need that when I'm done with. All right. What was I going to get, guys? Oh, I know what's missing. I didn't get out any. I need another, I don't have any. Like, I wanted to put a journal card in there. This has tons of journal cards. Well, not tons, but it has a few. So I was like, what would look good in there? The tree kind of goes with it, huh? Should I put the tree in there? Maybe we'll do the tree. I've about emptied this pad out. I'm pretty proud of myself. Still have a few little bits, but you know, they're kind of tiny. Oh, you got to cut this apart. I mean, I could make this just fold it in half, but I don't think I want to do that. If you wanted to be able to write on the back of this, you would just put a piece of paper on the back of it, you know, to make it easy to write on. Totally up to you, however you want to do that. It's going to take me a couple minutes, guys, to get back into the groove here. I'm a little out of the groove. That's what happens when you don't craft all the time. Gotta make sure I'm breathing here. I want this to match everything else, so I'm giving it just the white edges, a little bit of vintage photo. And like I said, if you really, or you could write yourself a little card and just, you know, double stick it on there, double stick tape. So you have gift card, you have a tag, you've got a candy. Now, if you want to make it so you can get more in it, you can just lightly bend out your top bit and look at, see this? You just kind of give it a little bend and a little bend, and it creates more room to put more stuff. You don't have to do that, but you can do that. I was trying to decide where I saw this, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I will say this is not my idea. Another creator did create this. But I was watching a lot of videos when I was down sick, so, you know what happens. Then I get up, I'm feeling better, and I'm like, oh gosh, whose was that, and where did I see it? If I remember, I will say. All right, so we've got, isn't that cute? Look at that. So this is a great gift card holder. I just stuck an old Panera card in there from a sandwich place we like. And you have yourself, I mean, you could put cookies in here. There's all kinds of, you could just fill this little pocket. It holds a lot because we created that little gusset, right? So now I have a little basket full of all these darling little, I'm actually going to take that gift card out of there because I use that as my sample. And all I have to do is drop in a real gift card, and I have gifts for all of my friends and family. Okay, so I'm going to take that off there because we need the space. I'm thinking, where can I put it? I have no room. Oh my gosh, I still haven't put I keep saying I'm going to put Christmas away. I'm going to put Christmas away. Still haven't done it. Still have not cleaned up my Christmas because I keep coming up with new things to make. Now this one, I will say, I have seen Roxy, Rachel at Roxy Creations make a million of these. I have them in my journals where I put a page in and then I fold over the extra and create a little pocket. I've also seen Leslie at Willow House Journals do them. Everybody's doing these. So, you know, I wanted to do a few. We're going to create some decorative pockets here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold over probably about an inch maybe. I can measure if you really want to know. right around an inch. Well, this is 1.25 inches. And then you're going to fold it up because you got to put this in a journal. This is a journal pocket that you can glue down. This is about 4 inches. Whatever book size you have, right? And then I'm just giving you what I did. And then this little one, I turned up the bottom about 1.5 inches. I don't know. Is that 1.5 inches? Yeah, a little more. 1.75 inches. And I want to make a few of these, okay? Now, we can decorate up the side. We can decorate the bottom. We can put a cute little image on them. I like the way this looks when I ripped it out of the book, so I'm going to leave that jagged edge because I think it looks very cool. These are naturally aged pages, so I don't feel like I need to do a lot of inking on them. Okay, and what we'll do is we will glue here to there. I don't know if this is going to come out or not. I haven't used it in days. Yeah, okay, it did. And we're just going to glue these to that. So get yourself some book pages, any size. It can be giant ones, small ones. Just make sure they're going to fit in your journal or in a Christmas card, or, you know, if you're giving this as a happy mail or whatever. Okay. Now, look at Santa. Isn't he fabulous? Oh, I love him there. Now, the question is, do I want to put, like, music paper back there? Or, you know, I have green music paper. Let me grab that. Hopefully, oh, wait. Maybe it's right next to me. It might not be behind me because I haven't put everything away yet. I was going to. Yeah, I was going to put everything away. But I don't know what. I started not feeling good, and I thought, okay, well, I think Christmas paper behind Santa would be awesome. Yeah, I got the treble clefs on both, though. I'm going to cover it up no matter what I do. I could go this way. Yeah, I like that. Let me put my scissors away. That made perfect sense, didn't it? Now this one, I will provide a little ink on the edge. I have already inked around these guys because, you know, I don't know why I was in the middle of inking, and so I just kept right on inking everything. And I want to put that on there. Glue this on. So are you guys decorated for Christmas yet? When do you guys decorate? I know some of you told me you do it on Thanksgiving weekend, which I normally do too. But we actually did it early this year because I had a couple days I thought, okay, I think I can do this. And because Christmas is so, well, Thanksgiving was so late, Christmas is early. We were going to be right on top of each other. So I thought, no, I'm going to get this done. Just in case, because my health is so iffy, you never know, right? This I backed this with some scrap paper, the Santa, because this was a sticker, and it didn't have enough body as a sticker, so I backed it with some scrap paper. Junk I was going to throw away to give it some body. I did the same thing here, see? These were stickers. So I just put them on a piece of lightweight cardstock, junk cardstock that was misprinted on a side. Okay, so we've got that. Now we can add something down the side, or we can leave it like that. But I think I'll get each one of these on. I'll do the bottom, and then we'll figure out what else we want to do. I think I know what I want to do with some of these. Okay. This one's cute. What on this one? Guess it really doesn't matter. I could add another piece of paper. Maybe. I really like this bit here and I want to use it. Did you guys see the Downton Abbey movie? I own a couple of them. So I bought the new one and we watched it for Thanksgiving. It was fun to watch it. It was a nice evening watching that, you know. Trying to figure out where I want to put that. So those words are upside down, so I don't really care about seeing the words on the page. Does that make sense to you? I don't really care about it. I'm being fussy today. Oh, that's what happens when you don't craft for a while. You start getting real fussy with yourself. When you do a lot of crafting, things just flow and you just put it on there. You don't have to think about it. And other days you're like, oh, I can't figure this out to save my life. So anyway, we watched that for Thanksgiving dinner. We really enjoyed it. Had a nice turkey and ambrosia salad and yam casserole, and we made chocolate peppermint muffins and what I call my pumpkin spice harvest muffins. So we had those. Those were yummy. I really enjoyed those. So we had good food to eat. That was our dessert. We decided not to do... My husband kept wanting to make pumpkin pie, and I told him, you know what? I'm just not in the mood for pumpkin pie right now. Maybe let's save it for Christmas. So we didn't do pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. If we'd had company, we would have. But there's only a couple of us that really like it. So it's like, I don't feel like cooking since we weren't doing a big family event this year. It was just Greg and I. The girls had their own thing they were doing, which is fine. We're okay with that. And I'll probably add a word or something on here. I haven't decided yet. I know I will on this one because it's kind of... And do I want music paper on this one too? I like the green. It adds just a touch of something, you know. I don't know how much I have here. I must have a big piece, but I don't know that I have a big piece of green. I didn't watch all of the parade, but I slept in. But hubby got up and recorded it for me, so I got to see the Rockettes, which are my favorite. And I got to see Tyler Peck, who is the prima ballerina for the New York Ballet Dance. I got to see her on Instagram dance at prepping, and she was practicing in the rain, which is super dangerous. She's married to her partner, so he held on to her like there was no tomorrow while she was practicing so that she did not fall and break an ankle or a knee or something. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. So he recorded that for me, so I got to see that too. He didn't record the whole parade. I knew what time she was on because she announced it on our little special messenger page with her. I'm on one of her private messenger pages. So I knew when she was going to be on. So, oh yeah, I like that. Let's do that. So, and he also, of course, knew the Rockettes were at the end. So he recorded the Rockettes for me. I also saw the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders do their number. Man, they're as good as the Rockettes when it came to kicks and flicks and all that. And they went from their high kicks straight into splits, the entire line. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. That was the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders I'm talking about. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, even though I'm also a 49er fan. Football. Well, my sister used to live in Texas, so kind of got hooked on cheering for them. And then, plus I was doing business for a cosmetic company for 10 years, and they were based out of Texas. So yeah, I kind of got Dallas. Kind of got hooked into that. So we have these cute pockets that you can put things in, right? You can put a journal card, you can put tags, you can put whatever you want in there. And we can add ribbon, we can add lace, we can add just like whatever you want. I've got this cute, I don't have a lot of it left, but I was thinking about using this up the side. Oh yeah, I like that. So that's not as white, but I can also dirty it up, right? Whatever you got in your stash, you know, I think I got this at Target one time for $1. I did. This is a Target one years and years ago, and it's got a lot on there. I've been using it for years. I don't use a lot of it. I use it kind of sparingly, but like just for a little something here. It's got little things that aren't quite cut out. Came from their dollar spot many, many, many years ago. They don't have anything cool like that anymore. Target was always my favorite place for stuff. But you know what? We had this, they call them what do they call them? Target spot ladies or something like that. And they know what day the store gets stocked. They make sure they are there at the crack of dawn. And they go in and they buy up all the cool stuff. Just sort of irritating, because then by the time you get into the store, an hour later, even if you're there early, most all the good stuff's sold. So it's kind of ticks me off. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they have, like, they turn around and resell the stuff, or if they are teachers or what they are. But the stalkers told us, yeah, we have this group of ladies. They all have a name for them, you know. And I was like, well, that's not very fair to the rest of us. So I said, well, what's your day? And she goes, well, unless you're going to be here at like 7 in the morning. I'm like, really? And wait for the store to open, which I think was at 9. You know, it did not make me happy to hear that. Which I don't go into Target anymore. I don't go shopping anymore, but that was back in my shopping days. I do everything online now. I had to become an online shopper, so. Although, I have to say, I'm not particularly happy with Amazon right now. I read Nora Roberts' books, and I put in a pre-order, part of her book club thing, and I put in my pre-order, and with it we were supposed to get, like, this bookmark, and a signed book, all this good stuff, right, if we pre-bought, because we pre-bought almost a year ago, I swear, for the most current out of a triple series. And it's kind of a mystery thing. So I was really excited. Well, you're supposed to get it on release day at the best price. It didn't come. It didn't come. It didn't come the next day. It didn't come the next day. Came in 5 days later. They wouldn't let me cancel it and say, well, cancel and reorder, because I could get it in one day. But what they did is they lost it, or it got damaged, and they just refilled it with another book. What they did is they ordered me another book and sent it to me. But it did not have all the special goodies in it that I had pre-ordered for, to get all the fun stuff. I was so mad. Amazon's done that to me 2 or 3 times now, where they keep losing my orders, or they're getting badly damaged and I don't get them at all. So they will tell me, oh, we're sorry, we'll refund you. Well, I ordered it because I need it. Whatever it is, right? Some of it was something I needed for a project, and I was really mad. I wrote a nasty review to Amazon and said, hey, you said 2-day delivery. I needed that. You got it to me. You lost it, or it just disappeared off the face of the earth. They don't know if it was stolen, lost, or damaged. But it was 2 weeks later. I sent it back to them. I said, too late. I already did the project. I don't need it anymore. I know they're a busy company, but come on. Used to be Prime. You got in a day. Now it's 2 days, no matter what. It is 2 days. You can pay $2.99 extra if you want it the next day, but I'm already paying extra for a Prime membership. What? Wait a minute. That just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not complaining about anything and everything. It's that time of year, you know, where things just disappear. I wanted to see if I had something about like snow or... Ooh, this one says St. Nicholas, but... Well, I could put it on there. Why not? Use what you have. I have these stickers. They gave me... I bought a set of stuff. And when you buy a set, sometimes... because you're spending a certain amount of money, they will give you a free set of stuff. So a lot of times you get an extra sticker or you get an extra page or whatever. This one I got an extra sticker. So I was like, yes, let's use it. Oh, this is... Well, Holly Jolly would be Santa, huh? But the snowman looks very merry to me. Cute. Okay, we're going to have to get something for snowman there. Let's see, what do we want over there? Special delivery. Holiday traditions. Silver bells. Oh, no, there's no bells over there. There's no bells over there. I guess special delivery, huh? Now you could back these to give them a little extra oomph if you wanted, like put a little red paper behind it, but I'm going to keep it kind of simple here. Oh yeah, that's cute. And what else do we want on there? Kind of like this. Oh, I love these stickers. I love stickers. I don't get to use them very often in my work, you know. Christmas is a really great time for me to use stickers. There. Cute, right? All right. Now, I'm purposely not saying the name of these these scrapbook paper pads because I don't know if they're sold out or not, and I don't want to get y'all frustrated. If you really, really want to know, you can ask me. But, you know, I bought them a while ago, so, you know, at the very, very, very beginning of the whole season, I grabbed stuff like 4 months ago, so... Well, August, September. We'll start seeing stuff where we get like little heads up on things or whatever. Now that's got those there. What do we want on these two? Oh, I could do rickrack. I wonder if I have a rickrack that would go with that. Sometimes the rickracks are too bright for what I'm doing. And, oh, I need to stand up anyway because, you know, I sit so long doing these retreats because we're retreating here. Ooh. This is sort of a burgundy red, and this is vintage. Very vintage. I've even got my little steelhead pins in here from the 70s or 60s or 50s. This is really old. Let's see if we could just put that up the side. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I hate to cut Santa. Not Santa, but the... I'll do it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, let's see. What else have we been doing? My daughter stopped by a couple times and chatted with me. One of the days when I wasn't doing too great and keeping me company. She had to drop her daughter off at just a really quick practice, and she was going to go home and then go back, and she ended up staying here with me and chatting for a couple hours. Oh, we were talking about the shop and stuff we're making, and so, you know, we keep pretty busy. We talk about the girls and how they're doing, and college and high school and all that good stuff. Alrighty. That's cool. I like that. I'll show you what we could put in there in a minute. And then we need something here, which I don't think I'll use the same thing on everything. You know what I mean? I want to, oh, wait, I got ribbon. I got lace. Hold on. I got some lace. Let's see. I don't like that. How about the red? Is the red too bright? Sometimes the tomato red, you know, or Christmas red is too bright. Oh, that's actually real pretty. What if I go the other way, though? No, it's going to go that way. Yeah, let's put some... Goodness. That end got pretty damaged. Here, let me fix this. So, how many of you are already decorated for Christmas? Have your tree up or whatever you're going to do for decoration. Everybody's different, you know, what they do. I used to go all out and do my entire house. My mom always cleaned off. She would say, okay, girls, time to clean off the furniture. And we would pull off all the little knickknacks. And then what she did is she would pull out the Christmas decorations that she wanted us to use, like little candles, little merry-go-rounds, you know, just all kinds of little itty-bitty things, you know, that we put on all the furniture. And what we would do is we would put, like, say it was a little bottle brush tree, we'd put it here, we'd pick up the piece that was there, we'd put it in the box the bottle brush was in. So we would just exchange and pack up the house. So we basically redecorated my mom's living room, a little bit of the family room every year. Living room was our special entertainment place, you know. What did I just do? Did you guys see where I put that piece of tape? Ah, there it is. It's in my mind. Nothing exciting. Nothing to see here. So we would pull everything, dust, wax the furniture, put out all the Christmas stuff. We would have to use a feather duster around everything during the holidays, which was always a pain. My job was always to dust. I hated dusting. Still do. And we would decorate the house. And we put up garlands and all the little knickknacks. There was little bottle bush trees. There were 3 little wax choir boys that were candles. We had a beautiful little thing that went around, and it came up, and you would light it, and the candles, and it would make it go round and around. We just had all these really cool, which would be vintage, are very vintage. I still have all those there, by the way. So all those fun things, we would decorate, and we would do it. We would start, I think my dad would start Thanksgiving night on the tree, and he'd go, come on, Laurette, come do the tree with me. I was the only one who did the tree with my dad. My dad and I decorated that darn tree every single year, as long as I can remember. So it's hard for me every year when we decorate a tree, because I always remember my dad and I doing it. And honestly, I hated it. I did not like decorating the tree because he was so particular. I was a little kid, you know, and it's like, oh no, put that there. No, put that there. Oh no, this is how you put on tinsel, one piece at a time. It took so long. I wanted to go play. I didn't want to decorate the Christmas tree. But I have that precious memory now. So anyway, at the time though, you couldn't tell a little girl, oh, you don't get to go play with your sister. You have to decorate the tree. Why I had to decorate the tree and she didn't, I do not know. I think because she would whine and say, I don't want you. She was the baby, so she got away with it. Sorry, Natty, but it's true. Anything else I want to add? I could add more when I'm actually ready to put it in the journal. I am wondering if in all of my goodies, give me a minute here, where did I see? I was printing the other day, and I came across some sheets. Let's see, is it this one? Who was I printing? I printed about 20 kits that I've been holding on to, waiting for ink from Insta Ink. Got that new printer, which was wonderful. But the problem with it is, you get free ink, right? Because it's free, they're pretty stingy with how often they send it to you. Honestly, truly, they are very stingy. and how often they will send it to you. Guys, I can't find those pages I'm looking for. Think. Where did I see them? I want to say maybe it was this kit. Hey, look. No, it wasn't this kit. I've gone to this kit 3 times. It can't be this kit. Maybe it is this kit. Give me a minute. No. Oh, I had these cute little letters to Santa I was going to put in those pockets. Oh. I don't think it was Tina's kit. Tina's got a beautiful Nutcracker kit, which we're probably going to work with today. My Perch Prince was just backings. Joey Cardmaker didn't have any. I don't think Crafty Cat. I mean, I was printing kits that I bought before way before Christmas, you know, to do stuff with you guys. But at the same time, my printer broke, so I was missing half my stuff. So I only printed a little bit of it. Gosh, guys, I don't know what a kit it was. Well, that's frustrating as heck. Well, that's what happens when you don't immediately cut something out. You don't grab it and go, okay. And now I am again waiting for ink because I had to print all these kits. And I don't think this one was it. Give me a minute. How am I? Okay, well, I don't know where they went. So someday we'll put something in there. I don't know when, but someday we will. Or while we're sitting here crafting, I'll suddenly remember. But I'm not kidding you, I printed so many kits. I thought I brought them all in. I don't think I left any out in the other room. Well, good enough. So we've done the book page ones. Aren't those cute? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. Let me stand up. And you have this cute little vintage pocket that you could stick a card in. Let me see if I have any, like, I know what I want. You know, my postcards that I like to use every year, my Christmas postcards. Ah, here's some. I just throw one of those in there so you could see. Honestly, I have to put away some stuff. I have to. This is getting crazy over here. Yeah, here's a bunch of, like, you could go like this and put a digital, like, put a journal card in there, right? So, actually, that looks really cool there. What have I got over here? Maybe I've got something for each one of these, and we'll just use these. Do these have envelopes? They do. Oh, I got these from Vintage Polka Dot Shop last year, maybe. A little too vintagey. I actually have a set of vintage postcards that I was looking for. Remember we were using them at the beginning of the year. It's cute. I mean, no, but okay. You get the idea, though. Not really finding what I want. That's too big. Okay, well, but these are very cool. They are cool. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute here. Just like if we were at a real retreat, we would have our quiet moments, you know, where we're taking a breather. We're all talking, and then all of a sudden everybody's lost, and it's so quiet in the room because everybody's making stuff, right? And then they, you know, they're busy making things, and then they realize, oh, wait, it's quiet in here. Why is it so quiet in here? How come no one's talking? I got way too many projects going, you guys. Way too many. I'm looking to see if I could find my postcards. I don't know where they went. I'm looking. I buy all this stuff to use, and then I can't find it when I want it. It's so frustrating. Well, I'm not finding it. I used them at the beginning of the year. I know you guys saw me use them. I think they've gotten stuffed somewhere. I have nowhere to put anything, you guys. My trays are full. My floor is full. My counters are full. I really have to start putting some away. I keep saying I'm going to be done, but I did just print all these kits, and so I actually wanted to use some of what I printed. Because I just thought, well, that's a waste. Spend all this money on these digital kits, and I'm not using them. Makes perfect sense, right? I know where I'm looking. I'm right behind you guys. I didn't go anywhere. I'm here. I'm here. Just want to see if I could find my cards. But you know what? I'm going to have to go looking when I'm done here. Make sure they get put back where they belong so I can find them next year. These are not them, but they are Christmas cards or something I could just tuck in there. I have all those Santa cards. What the heck did I do with this? I think I'm losing my mind. Totally, completely losing my mind. Oh, that's cute. I mean, you could tuck a little card in there, but I was thinking more like journal cards that would go like for in your journal, right? And these are all cards that I've either got extras of or people sent me, and I could just cut them apart, right? And use them. I can't believe there's nothing in there. Well, all right. I tried. You got the idea with that one. Just put a nice journal card in there. Make one, cut one, do one, whatever. I'm no help to you. I'm totally no help to you right now. Oh. Maybe that's not true. I just grabbed a whole stack of stuff out of the thing behind me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got all kinds of goodies from behind me here. Oh, I love that. Oh, that is just beautiful. Yeah, this is from a, let me think. What's it called? The company actually, we don't know if they're still in business. Gail used to, Blue Fern. This is a Blue Fern studio, I think. Or it's a Dreams, Etc. I'm not sure which. But anyway, it is, oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. I got something for snowman because I like these to be loaded and ready to go, right? I want to, oh, that's really wide. These are scraps I turned into cards. That's really tall, but it's kind of cool. What if I just cut it right there and make that a small one? I can do that, right? So I'm going to leave these in there. I don't want to have to go looking for something, right? This year I've really made it my focus to fill stuff up, and that way it's ready to be used whenever, you know. Yeah, because I got these, I've got those. These are all really stiff. I've got pockets that are partly made. These are ready to go too. Ooh, cute bags. Oh, I've got all kinds of, oh, I got some fabric. I've got these cute inked paper art. These are from last year. I don't think she did those this year. So I've got those to go in the pockets too. Well, I had stuff. See? I knew I just had to go looking, right? That's, oh, wait. Yes. That's all I had to do was to go look, right? So you'll see what you have to do in your own studio, right? In your own studio, you just go, or your TV tray or whatever, or your pile of stuff sitting next to you on the counter or wherever you're working, just go through it and see what you have you can use, right? So you saw me just come up with whatever. And then this one I would, if I want to write on it, I would definitely, well, you could probably write on that. There is, you know, that pen would show. Or you could put a piece of paper on the back. You know, I always say that. Put a piece of paper on the back if it's not writable for you. This is a Hallmark card. Oh, it's vintage. No, I don't want to, it's vintage, so I don't want to I was going to round the corners, but I just looked on the back of that and I went, no, that's a vintage Hallmark card. So I'm going to leave that. Wait, yeah, that was in there. So Hallmark for you. You get this one because it's super cute and goes with that. You can add a bunch, you know, fill it in. Add some old vintage papers. You can just put all kinds of fun things in there. That one goes with that. So there we go. Now those are complete. Because the one thing I do want to do and try to do in these retreats is to finish everything, not leave things hanging unfinished, right? Because that's the thing on a normal video, we don't have time to finish things, right? We're being pushed through, so... Oh, I forgot about the bingo cards, too. We might need those. We could fill a page with those, couldn't we? Lots of things. As I'm getting through my little baskets here, yes. Alrighty, I see things. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm throwing things on the floor again. Oh, help me. Help me, Mr. Wizard. All right. Oh, I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. I'm actually literally on the other side of the camp. I mean, I'm standing in front of my desk, but you can't see me. Doesn't mean I'm not here. I just am not. Oh, there we go. Sorry. All right. What I thought on this one is that we would try to finish it. Let's cut this. I'm not sure. I can't really see very well on this little cutter where to cut it at. Maybe right there. I hope that's right. I cut it very crooked, but that's okay. It's fine. I'll fix it. It moved on me. I want to use this, but I do have to fix it so it's straight. There we go. I want to put comfort and joy right there. Okay? Yes, I do. And then I actually have had a scrap. Yeah. For all this, I put all these little goodies in here and I keep these. Oh, that was the Tim Holtz ones. Oops, I just put that in the wrong ones. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Remember I told you there would be a crash, and there is. I just crashed. Paper cutter came flying. Scrapbook paper on the floor. Oh, oh. Darn it. I just threw those in there and I didn't mean to. Oh, well. I like to keep my Tim Holtz stuff all together. Oh, sometimes you just can't. I wanted to put maybe something under that, though. Like two bits. Well, actually, I have this. I could do... Kind of wanted to do a little... Mount it a little bit, maybe, or something. I don't know. Let's see, what do I have here? I was hoping I kind of had a green one that I didn't mind, you know, putting one over it, but... No. Well, I have two of these, and I cut that one too short, so yeah, I could do that. Isn't that funny? I'm being precious with my scrapbook papers. Jeez. Laurette, really? Really? I've already cut this one all wonky, so might as well just go ahead and use it, right? Okay, let's go like this. Where are we at time-wise? I mean, we do long videos for this, very long. I just don't know how many projects I'm going to get done. Oh, an hour and 14. We usually go close to 2 hours on this one, so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to add a little bit of ink just for the heck of it, because I want to. Just because I want to. Kind of helps the white edges that we don't like. Okay, so what I was thinking is kind of putting that there and maybe putting that like there, like putting a double. Isn't that cute? Make that both pockets. We could lightly round the edges, so I like to use this tiny little one here. I got the set of 3. There's a third one to this, the yellow one, and it has all these different corners and edges and fun things. So I like this because it's just got a nice tiny little rounding corner, not a big giant. It's not a quarter, it's more like an eighth. If it's a quarter, I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it is a quarter, but I don't think so. Because I can use the tiniest little pieces with that. If I do the quarter with this one, sometimes I get too big. And it makes the whole thing rounded, which isn't really what I wanted, you know. Now, I don't want to make this one too collagey or too scrappy, so. So I'm going to push that way up there, and I'm going to push this one down here, and we're going to lightly overlap them. See what I wanted to do? Yeah, that's cute. And then we can just like add a word if we want. And what I do with this mess, I've given quite a few people these vacuums as gifts for their birthdays and for their desks that are crafters, that are close friends of mine, super close, you know. And they were a hit, I think. They said they liked them. I don't know, that they would use it. If you don't, you're crazy. It's great for itty-bitty stuff. It really is. And I do a lot of itty-bitty cutting. Not everybody does, though, really, honestly. If you don't do a lot of little corners and edges and, you know, trimming, then you might not need it. You could make these into pockets, but I'm not going to. Cute. Could add a word or a number or whatever you want, but we've started that one. Okay, so we have these 3, we have that. All right, and now we can go on to the next one. Oh, okay, I'm going to do an easier one. I don't know if I have enough energy today for this one. This is a foldy one. It's a one-page wonder. I was inspired by G. Kerr, and you got to really think your way through a lot of these. So I don't know if I'm going to do that one today. We'll see. I'm not sure place. Okay. I have a couple of those with her that I'm just not sure. So I think I'll do this one. This is, I did these before. I do have a video on this somewhere years ago. And we are going to use these long brown envelopes. We do carry these in the shop. I think you can do this in white ones if you want. This is 9 1/4 by 4 by 9 1/4. And what we're going to take and do is we're going to make these. They are you have 1, 2, 3 triple pocket envelope that you can glue onto a page, or you can use as a standalone, kind of whatever you want. And they start out like this, right? Then we glue this closed and we end up with a piece that looks like this. Okay. And then we want to make sure that we put our envelope flap on the right side. And we want to fold up. Let's see, did I do this one right? Let's see. I don't know. I want to see which one I like best. I did it a couple different ways. Yeah. So we're going to flip it over so that you have this brown part here. And we're going to fold it all the way up to about, just leave a little amount at the top. I'm going to say, let's see, what is it? It's not, you don't have to. You can pick your height that you want. I'd say it's about 1 1/4 or an inch. Is that an inch? It's an inch. So there's about an inch from the top. Yep, about an inch from the top. And you want to fold it. And you will need a bone folder or something to fold it down. Keep it as straight as you can, though. Try to get line up your edges. Now, these are very thick. These are through and through craft envelopes. They are brown inside and out. Some of them are white on the inside, but these are good quality envelopes. Very thick. All right. Then what you want to do is you want to bring down your corner, and you want to leave probably about half an inch, bottom and side, and create a fold right here. And this is going to create your pockets. Okay. Now, this one bubbled up on me a bit. I don't know why. Probably because you're closing the envelope. I don't know. But like this one didn't really bubble up on me. This one bubbled up really bad. So, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover this. And we're going to just use some papers to cover it. And I'm using Tina's new, her newest kit. I'm like, what do I want to see? I could put that there. I'm just looking at, oh, don't mind me. I'm like trying to decide whether I want to put it up there. Yeah, I do like that. I guess I can use a ruler. I don't do a lot of ruler work, but I could. I don't really like it ripped looking like that, but it's okay. I'll clean it up. And then I only want it to about here. I noticed some of my 32-pound paper does not like to be ripped. It really doesn't. It shreds itself. It's not good ripping paper. But you want a really messy edge? This is perfect for that. Okay. You are not going to see what's down here. So I'm not going to see this, and I knew I wasn't. I wanted to see this up here, but I was hoping I could see a bit more than I do see, which is a bummer. Yeah, this is her Nutcracker Ballet. I think I started to say that a couple times. Tina's Nutcracker Ballet. Brand new. I bought the ephemera kit, which comes with a couple of collage pages, which is what I'm using. Then I did finally go back and just order, I think last night, the other one, but I'm waiting for ink, so I can't print it. And we're just going to cover that up. Easy peasy, right? I'm going to need some ink. Oh, you know what? I should use something else, shouldn't I? Let's use vintage, let's use Victorian velvet. It's perfect with this kit. Or there's another one that Gail uses all the time too, which, that's not Gail. Yeah, maybe it's Gail. It's a mahogany, aged mahogany. That is beautiful too, in a oxide. I might have it. I have to look and see. I don't know if I do have that one. I'll have to look and see. It's beautiful. It's sort of a soft, dusty rose color. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Then we need to put something under here, which, you know, we just created some scraps. That's not going to fit under there. But I could put maybe, what's going to show? Probably not a lot. I'm going to kind of do that same thing again, and then we'll cut some more. This is a little tougher because you are going to lose some bits here. I'm going to have lots of cute little scraps to use, that's for sure. All right, now kind of going to do that. See what I just did? I just sort of went with the fold. I may have to recut it. I'm sure this isn't going to be good enough, but we'll see. Well, it's good enough, I think. You see a little bit of envelope maybe. And then you just cut off the part that you don't want. Yeah, we can just trim off what we're not going to use. Cute. All right. Let's do that. And then, and we've got that there, right? And now we just need something down here. Unfortunately, that's going the wrong way. So we can't use that. There's no way to use this, huh? That is so darn cute, though. That's a great part. Nope. None of that's big enough. So that means I got to break into another piece of paper, which is okay. I can do that. I might use this greetings bit up here because... Oh, I don't have a piece, do I? There wasn't any more, was there? No. Why don't we go ahead and, well, I don't even think there's a reason to ink this because I'm going to have to trim it, aren't I? This part I might need to do. We'll see. Just in case it shows a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put a little Victorian velvet right along these edges. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm ready for a snack. What time is it? No, I'm early. I'm early. I can't have a snack yet. Okay. So let's get this glued on. Do I want to use glue stick or do I want to use glue? What do I want to use? I don't even know. Let me get a board. What's new with you guys? What's happening? Did you guys go away? Did any of you travel to see family? Did you have family come to you? Are you decorating for Christmas? Are you already decorated? Are you crafting? Are you making gifts for your family? Are you making decorations for your house? I mean, are you an overall crafter too? Or I am. I can craft anything. I like to craft everything. I make all kinds of things. But not so much nowadays, but I used to make everything for my house. All my wreaths, all my everything, you know, door wreaths, and a lot of the decorations we use now I made many, many years ago. What am I looking for? Does anybody even know? Oh, this. So yeah, anyway. Just wondering if you guys are doing that. Decorating your house or making decor. There are so many Dollar Tree hacks out there for decorating your house that you can do. Got Dollar Tree everything everywhere. Some of them are not real great. Some of them are cute. I think sometimes the influencers are a little bit quick on their projects, so they don't look that great. But I know us, and I know we can make our stuff look fabulous. So I'm just a little bit, you know, prejudiced that we're awesome at our crafting because of what we do. We make everything work, right? I'll see something and I'll think, wow, that needs something, you know. Oh. And they use products that were like, well, you could just use art glitter glue, or you could use this or that. You're watching them and you're like, no, use this, use that. That would work better. You see them doing things the hard way and you're like, it's amazing. When you are doing this, how many skills you pick up that you can use for all of your crafting, creative needs. And then I like to watch the gift making ones too. I have got to figure out what I want to put on this corner. I guess it's going to be, I don't know how to get that on there though. Oh. Well, I think what I'll do, so I'm just going to put glue on this corner. I'm trying to figure out how to do this because this is, I watched Tina do these the other day again. This was on mass making. I mean, I've made these 100 times and I have videos of it, but the cool part is when you rewatch something, you go, oh, I forgot about those, or those are so easy, or they're fun, or I really liked making those, or they're cool for my journals. I loved making these. I usually do these in white envelopes, but I thought, well, what the heck, I would do them in the... I thought it looked good with this paper. Some papers, you know, when you're doing vintage, the craft look is very pretty. If you're doing something more contemporary and you don't want the craft look, then yeah, by all means do. There we go. Isn't that pretty? See? And then you have this pocket that you can put stuff in. You could seal it there and use the pocket there, or you can leave it open, or just do, like, put a thing there and you can use that and that. So it just depends on what you want to do. I think I need to do some gluing, glue it closed. But before I do that, okay, I did not cut that close enough, I can see. Alrighty. Yeah, I printed this kit off and I went, oh, I want to use it so bad. Okay, so in this kit, we have all these lovely little bits. And my thing is, what do I want to put on this little cover right here? The tree, Santa. I think I like these little guys right here. Uh-oh. This has got glue on our scissors, and they will not cut when they have glue on them. Let's see. Let's see if I fixed it. Yeah, they're not cutting all that great, I will be honest with you. Ooh, I like that hobby horse too. I wonder if that's too big. They fit. I wonder if, shoot, I wonder if this one would fit. I'm talking about Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah on Etsy. Oh, either one of these would fit. Let's see. Let's give them a little cut. And remember, we leave it open, close it, turn it with our left hand, cut with our right. Open the scissors all the way, even on a little one. I usually do this in a circular. I usually do a bigger scissor so it's not choppy looking. Your left hand's doing all the rotation work and your right hand's doing all the open and close scissor work. There we go. And then we do all the inking work. Oh my gosh. That's the only problem with using little scissors is you get little hills. Now I could put that on there. Doesn't really show. And I will put something behind it because that is not going to work otherwise. We both know that. I was going for a corner that didn't have as much print on it, but I couldn't get one on that. So let's see if we like our little hobby horses any better. Open your scissors wide. As you close your scissors, you use your left hand to turn around your oval or your circle. Then I'm going to switch back to my little scissors, which do a much better job of the tails and stuff. Okay. Got to see me do it both ways. I don't know which is better. You know, if you like big scissors, use big scissors. Some people only cut with big scissors. They fussy cut with big scissors all the time. Yeah, see, that's too big because it goes over and covers that. Darn it. I was hoping that that would work. Sorry. What I need to do is I need to paper clip this together until I get a chance to get it into a little envelope or something so I don't lose the pieces I've cut out. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll need an envelope for that. Okay, so I want that to go on there. I think I'll put a piece of lace behind it, maybe white lace, because I must have some filmy. Of course, watch, it's not in here. It's in a different room. I need a piece of really sheer lace. I wonder if I have any. Oops. I don't know where that came from. It came from a package, and I want to use it on something, but I keep dropping it. Now, where did those bits and pieces go I just had here? Shoot. Well, they're gone now. I don't know where they went. I was hoping to use them, but I can't find them. Did I put them somewhere else? No. Okay. Let's see if I can get a little bit of lace or something on there. Red lace, white lace, pink lace, some kind of lace. What do we think? Pale pink. I mean, this is a very pale pink. I don't know if I have. Oh, yeah, I do. Sorry, I need a little something to drink. I think I found one I like better. I keep buying pink lace, but it's hard to get. And it's pretty crushed up. We could use this other end. Yeah, I like that. I want a fabric scissor for this one. Well, you know what I'll do is I'll cut it off here, and then I'll just trim it after because I think that's going to make it easier, right? So, pretty lace, huh? I'm pretty sure I got this from Lavish Laces. Probably, more than likely. I mean, I do get lace from other places too. There's another little place that I was getting a lot of laces from, but then suddenly she didn't have any more. I think she kind of sold out. She bought someone's, we're trying to stay at sale and bought someone out. Kind of like we do, periodically. I don't know if that would hold the lace. I'm gonna think I want to use this. Okay, let's put this on here. I wanted it right on the edge of the pocket. I accidentally glued that down. I did not mean to. And then we're going to trim it. See, that's what I was going to do. Let's do this. It's easier. Let's just put it on, then trim it. Then trying to pre-trim and make it fit and then it doesn't fit. Okay, and then we're going to put our little, isn't that cute? Cute. Super cute. I'm using Fabric Check because I'm using fabric. Okay. And we kind of want to, I mean, you can make this as your pocket or can tuck there, or you could just do the corner here and then you have two. Why is that so sticky? Hold on, let me find something that isn't sticky. I don't know. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right there. So I can tuck in from either side or not, right? And then I forgot that at the top here, we need to open this. Oh, I don't want to do it with those. We need to open this. We're just going to take a sliver. And now we got a pocket. That'll be a pocket because we're going to close that up in about 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going to ink everything first. Wrong ink. Yes, right ink? Right ink. Now, before I even do that, I do know what I want to do here. Just at the top, I want to go there. Gives it a little more personality, some dimension. Before I glue everything down, I like to do any inking. You know that. So, okay, there we are. And then I'm going to glue, geez, this right here. Yay. That was the worst job ever. Oh, I didn't. All right. Now, I feel like somewhere in here I need to put something. Let me see what time it is before I go any further, if I'm going to quit. Yeah, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark, guys, but that's okay. We can do 2 hours. This is a, ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Go there, and go up there, go along there, and go down here. I know it would get in the way of the pocket, but you can use this side. Where do we want to put it? Oh, that's pretty too. That's the red, and that's more of the burgundy. I think we'll go with this. I don't know. I think we'll do this one. Let me grab my, oops, I just dumped a bunch of stuff on the floor. I gotta find a new shelf for all this stuff. Or reorganize my shelves because it's getting ridiculous. Sorry, I'm bent over here a minute. Oh, yes. Oh, cool. Wait a minute. I don't know how I'll get it out, but give me a minute. Just a minute. Hold, please. Like I said, I didn't prep every single bit of this. This is more of a craft with me kind of. I was thinking I might go across the bottom there and I might go up the side there because I want this pocket to be frilly. I think I'm only going to do the one pocket today. I don't need the other 2 right now. I'll probably just keep those and put those somewhere for future. It doesn't have to be that paper. It could be other papers, right? What was I doing? Oh, yes. Sorry. Oh, boy. I need to do some videos because, I mean, I've lost my mojo here. I lost my video mojo. I apologize. Doing my best, though, to get myself back on track. That's what happens when you can't make videos for a while. This is Basque, it's called. I don't know if Erin still has it, but I do have a discount code for you. And now I have a direct link to her shop. You don't even have to, you go to my drop-down box and I have a direct link to my scrap cabin. You just tap on it, takes you right to her website. And I believe if you type in, I forget what name she has me under, but the discount code's also my drop-down box. I think it's Vintage 10, maybe. I'm not sure. Vintage Girl, Vintage 10, something like that. Anyway, you put the discount code in there, you get a discount, and you can get to it real easy. You don't have to go searching for her on the internet. So if you need some of these ribbons, so we got the direct link now. I emailed her and said, can I get a link? I'm always telling people to go to your shop, but it's so hard to find. I mean, even when I put it in there, it takes me everywhere but her shop. Just irritates me to no end. Because that's who I want to see. I don't want to see everybody else. I want to see Erin, right? At my scrap cabin. Oh, pretty. I like that. Now, what did I do with... Oh, yes, there it is. Now, this is pink, and I think little pom-poms are so cute on here. Yes. Let's put the pom-poms on. Again, this was a Dollar Tree many, many years ago, but we do carry this in our shop. We do have some in the shop. So you can go to the shop and go shopping over there. There's a bunch of colors. This goes on like this. So we're going to go... Where am I putting this? Am I putting it right here? No, I'm putting it way down there. Okay. I couldn't remember where I was going to put this. I had a complete fade. Brain fade. My hubby took the girls to get their Christmas. I was not well this morning, so my hubby took the girls to get their Christmas tree. They went out to the lot and cut it down instead of buying a pre-cut, because you can buy a pre-cut or go to the lot. You guys, I couldn't believe when he told me what the price of Christmas, $165 for a small tree. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of groceries, you know, and it only lives a few weeks. Oh my goodness. So they went out to the lot. It was half that if you cut your own down and haul it back. So he went out way out to the lot with them, which I couldn't have done with my legs. And then brought me home. And then he sent me a photo and said, hey, do you like, because we always buy our wreath from the same tree lot. We always, because since we don't buy a fresh tree, they always buy a fresh tree. They grew up with a fresh tree. Jolene grew up with a fresh tree. We had a Christmas tree lot at the end of our street when our kids were growing up. We had horses on one end and Christmas tree lots on the other when we first moved to this town. So the kids grew up with that. So my daughter has always, her girls have grown up with a live tree every year instead of a plastic one, a fake one like we get, a faux tree. We get a faux tree, right? And so anyway, he went out with them way to the far end of the lot and they found their tree, and he sent me made a cute video of the girls trying to chop the tree down. They couldn't do it. They couldn't make the saw work, so he finally had to get in there, help them. What a sweet papa. He's a sweet papa. He's good to them. He really is good to them. Hold on a minute. I'm looking for my bling bling. Where's my bling bling? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. I don't know how much more stuff I can knock on the floor. I can't even move my chair now. I want some bling. But I have to ask myself, do I want like that kind of bling? Oh, I wonder if I could do this kind of bling. I'm sure I have one. I'm going to put that there. And then maybe some up the side. I will do that. Maybe I won't use that. I was going to use the red dot bling, but I think I'm going to use the white bling. And let me get some glue. I was going to put some right here because there's that white bow there and it looks like it needs something. And then, whoops. Let's get these three. Let's get these back in here. I pre-cut these because these come on a really long strand. We sell these in the shop in strands. And then you just cut them down as to whether you want 1, 2, 3, 10, you know, whatever, to the size you want to use on your project. I'm going to go 1. Maybe I'm going to go that. We'll see. I may decide that's not what I want to do. Oh, you know what I should use on those? You're going to think I've lost my... Well, I can do that. Or I have little snowflakes like that. After that, then we're done for today. So I hope you enjoyed this little session that we're having. I know you guys were saying how much you loved it and you were missing it. But you wanted to... We're hoping I wasn't done making them. I'm not. I just got, you know, sick. So I had to... stop for a bit. I have snowflakes. What if I do it like that? Or do I want 3 snowflakes? I'm running out of snowflakes. I start hoarding when I get low on something. I'm hoarding. But I mean, gosh, I need to use them. I need to use everything, right? I need to use it all up. Looking to see what else I had on there while I was thinking about it. Oh, I think that's good. I also have these really cute bows in all the colors. Oh, you know what? No, that would be a red bow. I don't have a red bow that color. I have bright red, which I don't think would look good with that. Could put a white bow up there, though. Maybe I will. A real one. A real bow. So now that I went to all that trouble, well, that's okay. They'll be there for the next project, right? Okay, but I always have those ready to go, so I don't have to sit and cut a whole strand with you guys, right? Okie dokie. Let's put this on. Let's put that up there. Yeah, well, you could still get a card in there, a little one. That's a cream one. That's not bright white. Oh, there's two colors in there. Oops, wait a minute. Grabbed the wrong color. I bought this little kit just as it is, like it is. That's creamy. That's bright white. I don't have any more bright. Is this bright white? That's bright white. That's bright white. Those are cream. You might not be able to tell in the camera, but my eye can if I get enough sunlight, which today we have sunlight. So, you know what? I don't even have all the blinds open today. I only have part of them open. Okay. Well, I'm glad I noticed that before I put it on and went, oh no, I have the wrong color. Got 3 different colors there. I think that's going to go there. I might have to move it. Let's see. Well, I hope you enjoyed another crafty session. Now, I know that we're going to have less people, but because everybody's getting ready for Christmas and they probably don't have time to craft, and I understand that. I just wanted to do it for those of you who had the time and were requesting it. Not requesting it. Yikes, I'm missing a few syllables there. All right. Goodness, what a mess. Okay, so we got that done. We do not want red ink all over our card or our pocket. Isn't that sweet? Oh, yes. Yes, I seem to remember I needed to do something else. Here we go. I kind of highlighted the white in this a little bit. I know it's a little bright, but it's fine. It's good. I mean, I could put pink on there. I don't know. I don't think the pink would look that great. Let's see. Maybe it would look good. I don't know. What do I know? Oh, actually, I do like the pink on there. Huh. I've got some with polka dots. No, that's too bright. Got one with a pearl. No, you know what? It's funny. I like that one. That specific one. Weird, right? I'm going to knock over my soda. You watch. Before all is said and done. See, I needed those anyway, right? But the only thing I have to do sometimes is go back and make sure I trim off the thread that holds the strand together when you cut them off. Sometimes there's a little bit of a... There we go. This one might be a little extra long because this is might be our Christmas wrap-up. I am not sure if we're going to do another Christmas weekend retreat because I don't know if it's going to be a weekend or just a Saturday retreat day. I'll let you know. I'll wait to pick the title and then we can decide, you know, if it's just going to be a one day this weekend or if we're going to have a Saturday and a Sunday. And you know, as you know, you do not have to watch them on that day. You can watch them whenever you want. I thought I brought the cards with me. Maybe I am losing my mind. That could be scary, right? Yeah, because I bought the whole ephemera set. And in the ephemera set, we have journaling cards. Lots and lots of journal cards. I don't know if there's tags. This is the ephemera set. I made a lot of copies of this because I thought I'm going to be using it, right? I might even cut it up. So I did do the back. Everything has pink on the back. Definitely like them going that way. I was looking for something small. I don't know if there's any small little bits. Small card. Oh, yeah, there's some little cards. There they are. That's what I was looking for. I knew I was looking for something, and I knew I'd seen it somewhere, but I couldn't remember where the heck I had seen it. I am losing my mind. I really am, you guys. What is up with that? All right. So this is the Tina's Nutcracker Ballet. Her Christmas kit this year. Yeah, we've got, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, don't you just love it? I'm trying to decide what I want to put in it. Oh, okay, let me. We're going way over the 2-hour mark today. We're gonna have a long one. Okay. I don't know how wide I can make this, so I might have to cut these down. I will go ahead and cut them, and then I'll see if I need to, how small I need to make them. Oops, I see white on the bottom here. We don't want that. And I don't want it on this one, and I think that's too wide. I don't think these will fit in the pocket at that width. Will they? Oh, yeah, it fits. Okay, but this one won't. All right, let's cut some of that off. There. Let me get all of that and throw that away. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So pretty, you guys. Now, we wanted to see if we could get any of these little guys. I think the tags are all too big. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, the tags wouldn't fit in there. Too tall. Okay, just want to make sure. Making sure I haven't lost my mind. So I'll just hand cut these out because I think they're going to be too hard otherwise. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have a mess to clean up when I'm done here. Let's do this. And if you didn't want to use the envelope and you wanted to use the bits and pieces or use that as a card, you could. You can just cut it out and don't use the flaps. I mean, I am glad I printed the pink on the back because look at that, what you've got on the back of that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that pink on the back there. See, we could stick that in there. It depends where you're going to put it in your journal. Depends on where it's going to fit, right? But it's just a tiny little spot that you can use or not use, right? It's really tiny. So you'd have to have some itty bitty things, I think, to do it. Let me get mine. And then let's do this. And this pocket is loaded and ready to go. And you can write on the back, which is nice. I wonder what hubby's doing. I hear a lot of water running. Hope he's okay. He's outside putting lights up. I didn't hear any screaming, so I assume he didn't fall off the roof. And I think I did tell you guys we had the earthquakes. Oh, it's still in my mind. Every time the house makes any noise, I'm freaking out now. The cats are a wreck. They wouldn't even leave me last night. They were both cuddled up on me looking for comfort. They were scared. They didn't like the earthquakes. Misty was dead asleep. She slept mostly through the first one, but when a few minutes later the second one hit, she jumped off the chair, hit the ground like, where? She was so scared. I was like, she was sleeping on a chair under the table, tucked in under the dining room table. She was sleeping on a cushion we have for her. And she just flipped out. She did not like that earthquake. And funny thing is, I was talking to my son in Arizona when it happened. He goes, oh my gosh, we don't have those here anymore. I forgot. And I said, do you remember the earthquake in 1989 that knocked down our town? And he's like, yeah, I remember that. I was like 6 or 7. I said, yeah, you remember that? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, wow, I didn't think you would remember. You were pretty young. He goes, no, I remember. I was at the daycare. Yeah, I was working at the time out of town. I was working up in the big city. So you have that, or you can put it over here. Goes over there. It will fit in there. There you go. All right, there's our pocket. Oh, my goodness. I went the long way around on that one, didn't I? Oh, my gosh, you guys. Okay. Well, anyway, we got a few things done today. We made that. We made that. We made that. We made that. We got that done. Oh, wait. Where's our other one? Where's our other one? Let me get it. Let me get it. And we made that one. Alrighty. So we had a pretty productive day today. We made 3 different styles of pockets, cards, things you could either use for gifts or you could use, in your journals. So I hope you enjoyed that weekend retreat with me. So far it's weekend retreat on Saturday, weekend retreat. We'll see if there's going to be a Sunday. So I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. You have a fabulous rest of your weekend and a wonderful week coming up. I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.